Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, July 26th. Looking at the SPY on the 20-day, you can see we basically chopped around, went sideways yesterday. One main key you want to look at is that we hit that 400 and we're basically struggling to go back up towards that 400. That is a bearish sign as of now. You can see we're basically losing steam going down. So want to watch to see if we break that 391 or 392 area. Then we could start basically going towards 390. 390 is the 1-year trade line. So once we break that, we could start basically going towards 386. Powell does speak tomorrow, so I don't think we're going to get too much activity until we hear what he has to say. If we find some type of support, this area has been some type of flat zone, meaning some type of support over here. We could possibly bounce and chop back up. Let's see if we break that 395. Then we could go to 397 and maybe even retest 400 to the upside. So make sure you set your alerts for either or situation. And then we're going to move over to the next one. Before we move over to the next one, let's jump over towards the 180-day on the SPY. You can see the 180-day is crossed down above divergence, which is the bullish side. So we kind of basically forming some type of flag over here where we could possibly break out or break out to the downside. So we're making lower highs and we're holding a support. And that's typically a sign of possible bull flag forming. So let's see what happens. Anything could happen in this market. We could basically sink down lower and gap down towards that 386, or we could basically squeeze out and head back up towards 400, double top, or continue and go higher. Next topic we're going to talk about is Tesla, right? So looking at Tesla over here, Tesla announced earnings last week. Tesla is losing steam. We spoke about it being very overbought yesterday. Tesla's trying to look just like SPY. It's either we're going to break down that 790 and head down towards these 750 ranges, or we basically bounce above 808 and start pushing back up towards 840 on Tesla. Right now, the MACD is crossed down on the 180-day. And the MACD is crossed down on the 20-day, finding some type of support on the RSI. So we have opportunity for either or. Right now it is saying possible bounce. So let's see what happens today. Volume was pretty light yesterday. Yesterday, Walmart pretty much dropped. They don't announce earnings until next month, but they dropped a new statement saying that they cut outlook for basically their financial statements. Basically, they're saying that, hey, their outlook is basically not looking as bright as what people may think it should be. So Walmart took a nice little drop from 132 to 118. Definitely want to watch to see what's going to happen with Walmart today. It is very oversold. If we're looking at it on the 20-day, you can see the RSI is like deep into the blue. Anything could happen since they did announce, basically they announced their earnings a little bit early, or a little piece of the earnings a little bit early. So definitely want to watch to see what happens, but it did basically sink down towards 119. It has a previous 180-day low at 117. It could possibly go lower, or it could possibly bounce. Right now, since the RSI is so blue, it's a high risk short position. So you definitely want to be cautious with that. Most likely it could possibly bounce. And if we do bounce, watch for the break of 121, and then we could gap fill towards 124. I would lean more towards waiting for a possible bounce since the RSI is so blue right now, unless this is like dramatic news and we start sinking. We do have a lot of earnings coming up. Today we have UPS, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, GE all announces pre-market. After hours, we basically have Google, Microsoft, Visa, Chipotle. I know you guys are excited about Skechers, so but a lot of companies are announcing this week. Make sure you guys watch these companies, especially to see how they announce. If they beat or miss, that could set up a possible play for the future. If they beat, now you know you could possibly short it with the next couple weeks or months, or if they beat, now you could wait for the pullback and wait for it to buy in at the bottom and basically hold it as it continues to go up and get upgrades. That's typically how I play earnings. So hopefully you guys all have a green trading day. Use a stop loss, and I'll see you guys in the next video later.